Gamers, welcome back. World of Warcraft Classic Hardcore Ironman Adventures, episode 49. We're back in the world. Let's jump in, shall we? Now, right before this, got a nice shower, washed my hair, shaved the face a little bit. We're feeling good. We're looking good. Let's keep it tight tonight, huh? What are we doing? What's on the agenda? It's a little earlier than usual, 10 p.m. I figured, you know, we get a solid hour of gaming. It'll be 11. It's not too late. I've been getting on pretty late, and that means we get off pretty late, so... I think I want to head back to Freewind Post. I was supposed to fly back there. Wait, no. I was here for a reason. We were going to explore, that's right. I think we're going to do a little bit of map exploration, so I can be done with Ashenvale. So I think I'm going to take the road this way, and I need to be careful. I don't know what level the creatures are down here. For some reason, my brain is telling me there's some high-level elites this way. So I'm just going to proceed with caution. I don't want to go too far this way because, you know, that's Ashara, and things can get pretty intense at Ashara. But I think this is just like a horde outpost or encampment, and maybe some other things down here. But I'm going to get the exploration here, and here. So actually kind of a couple places, but I think we're just going to explore this. Make sure nothing is too scary over this way. And then I'll fly up to the Zoram Strand. Get the exploration here. Hearth back to Freewind Post, which is all the way down in Thousand Needles Sea. Okay. The Searing Infernals. They're level 30. They're not, you know, crazy elites, but I do want to be somewhat careful here. Alright, that got the exploration. Felfire Hill. These are demons from Mannoroth. Mannoroth's Lashers. That's pretty cool. See if I can just kind of run through here. Grab this. Totems are a little sketchy. Some fell guards here. Try and just sneak through, shall we? For some reason I thought these things were like level 50 or 55, but no, they're not too bad. Grom's Blood. I don't think I've ever seen Grom's Blood. Okay, we'll make a note for the future. Any herbalist alchemists we make, if I ever need Grom's Blood. Felfire Hill in Ashenvale has a little bit. Here we go. Night Song Woods. This is the horde encampment that I was thinking about. The Warsong Lumber Camp, which is, hey, that's what we did a quest for a guy down in Splintertree Post. He was talking about the Warsong Lumber Camp. So this is what he was talking about. Okay. Locke. Maybe this rare is up. Not a lot of people come over here. We'll check. We're sipping on some Arizona green tea tonight. And, of course, gotta have that water. And Mama Liz's chili oil. I don't know what's wrong with me, man. Okay, we took last night off from WoW, so I'm a little, I was a little disoriented coming back in, but we're getting the... It's coming back to us now. I want to explore all of Ashenvale. I want to... The Barrens is done, but I did say I wanted to do Feegly the Exiled. I wanted to do that quest. Where is this guy? Locke? He must be a target, like a... Must be a patrolling rare or something. Makra. Man, I can run all the way up this thing. Holy. Let's do a little Wowhead research. See where this rare is. Because why would he be in the encampment itself? It doesn't make any sense. Wow, classic, Locke, rare. Does seem that he is just a bear that roams this region. Okay. He can roam mostly this area, and then this area is what it's looking like. If we find him, great. Our rare spotter add-on should find it and tell us. If not, that's alright too. Is this part of the map? I think it is. Now this looks like, obviously, a Night Elf encampment. Pretty dead giveaway. I'm gonna steer clear of that. Oh, you kinda scared me. Well, strength and honor to you too, sister. Da-da-da-da. Forest Song. I have a feeling this is part of the map that we can explore, so. Whoa. Spider's just going invisible in front of me, huh? Oh, they can literally hide. That's crazy. Wildthorn lurkers. I don't think I've ever killed these mobs. I didn't know that they could just stealth randomly. It's a crazy soundtrack for up here. Whoa! Phantom? No. Never mind. Okay. That area is going undiscovered. What? Is that like, that's not a world boss, right? Where are the world bosses? How can I check? Collections? World epics? No. Alright, Wowhead, tell me more about that. It's a level 62 elite. That's like his nesting area. A dragon who seems to be guarding the area around the Ashenvale Emerald Dream Portal. Does not seem to be a part of the Dragons of Nightmare, the raid bosses. There is another dragon that is on the stairs in the same area by the name of Dreamstalker. They drop nothing, so the only reason to kill them would be to clear the area to fight one of the dragons of Nightmare, Lathan, Emerus, Teyrar, or Ysandre. So that is where the Emerald Dream Portal is, which is kind of cool. I really wish I could go see that, but it's heavily guarded by level 60 elites that would for sure one-shot us. Not even worth the risk of trying to get close. Good to know, though. It's kind of cool. This is that satyr village that we learned about, the first satyr, and how it was a highborn or a night elf, and he basically betrayed his people. Xavius, is that his name? He becomes a raid boss later in WoW's life cycle. In what is it? The War Within? Is that what it is? I don't know. I didn't play the expansion, but I'm a classic Andy. But I got all the way up until I got a little past Legion, and I stopped playing classic or retail. Excuse me. Then I just went back to classic on private servers or fan-made projects or other games, and then eventually came back when the resurgence for hardcore classic was like becoming a thing. Fan-made classic or hardcore classic, not Blizzard's hardcore classic. Alright, we're gonna take the flight path from Splintertree up to Zoram, run down here, explore, swing over, explore here, leave this unexplored. We might go up there at 60 and try and get our eyes on the Emerald Portal the Emerald Dream Portal, if we can get to 60. Knock on some wood. 1, 2, 3. We're hoping. But after this, we're going to go do the Tier of the Moons, and then head back down into Thousand Needles. Go talk to Motega first, and then Mokhtar Kryn. I'm kind of avoiding doing Test of Faith. I know it's safe, but it always freaks me out. If you've done the quest, you know why, but it's a little dicey. Alright, a quick flight path up top to Andruk. I'm going to pause the video during the flight path because I want some extra time this episode, if I'm being honest, since a lot of the beginning is just going to be exploration. So any time that we can save, I'm going to try to, but...
Where would you like to fly
Volgra,
to?
take me to Zoram. I'll be right back, guys. I'll see you in just a second. Alright, gamers, we're back. During that flight, dead man later? Hopefully he's not talking about us. Knock on some wood once again. During that flight, I was just looking more at that Dragon Phantom because I never got into the end game during Original Classic. I was very young. I never even hit max level. The highest level I got was like 34 on my human warlock back then, and I didn't even have my own account. That was my cousin's account. I've told this story before, but like most of us, I started on a shared account. Don't ban me, Blizzard, but it was his account. He was just showing me the game, and every time I would go over to his house, which wasn't very often, but I was just so encapsulated by this game, and he would let me make a character, and over the multiple sessions, I'd gotten to like 34, maybe it was 24, something like that. Not very high. But yeah, I was reading stories about Phantom on Wowhead from people way back in like 2006 about how they would like pull him to the crossroads and try and cause chaos, or groups of 4-man little parties like being able to take him on, and or like we did it with a 13-man raid today and he drops no loot, but it's just for bragging rights. Like, that shit's just so cool. Lake Falathim. Another place explored on the map. Mugglefin and Misthaler. Let's see if either of these rares are up. Areas like this, not a lot of people go to, so it's a good chance the rares could be up. Now, what's more likely is the rares have spawned and then they were up for so long that they never were killed, and then they despawn. Because rares can despawn after a while. They don't just like stay there forever. Tyrannus' corpse? I mean, he looks alive to me. Do a quick target macro for, or target command for Mugglefin. Yeah, I don't think so. Alright, one more down. What you got in your pockets? A little bit of money. Just walk right past this guy. He doesn't care. Just need to be very careful going near Astronar. And Maestra's Post, honestly. Don't want to pull any of those guards. I should have made more poisons last time I was playing. I also need more food. I'm very low on stamina food. Need more silk for the heavy silk bandages. I could make 2 more, but I was supposed to go back and like top up on poisons and all that stuff, but I think it just, we were on so late by the time I got back to Splintertree Post, I just crashed. Alright, that should be an area. This should be an area. Acrylis? It's kind of a cool name. Superior shoulders. Please, that would be sick if that rare was up and we got those shoulders. I saw something over here. Okay. The Shrine of Asina. I want to see this shrine. Oh, wow. Look at this. Man, this is beautiful. That must be Asina's shrine. Oh. It's a Night Elf zone in Alliance area. I'll get a look from here. Yeah, level 41. No, thank you. Still very cool. I like it. It's all I need for the exploration though, but that's a cool area. I'm sure there's some quests on the Alliance side of things over here. I'm sure we'll see those in the future. Alright, pop sprint, hit the turbos, get them on cooldown. I'm gonna need to go underneath Astronar, so we'll get on the path for now, and then we're just gonna jump right off. The Shrine of Asina. We're gonna dip down like right around here. I wonder if that's Asina. Probably not. I mean, that was her shrine back there, so this is probably just some random elven ranger. Or maybe it is Asina. Man, she looks sick. What's our hunter? I think it's a troll hunter. I tried to make like one of every race. We've got Undead Rogue, Human Rogue, the story of Bael. We've got a Tauren Shaman, an Orc Warrior, I think it's an Undead Warlock. I think we doubled up on Undead. And then a Troll Hunter on the Horde side. We've got a Dwarf Priest, a Gnome Mage, a Human Paladin, a Human Rogue, and then a Night Elf Druid. Damn, look at this. Every time I come over here and see this statue, which it's been a very long time since I have, I'm always amazed at the scale. Like, this thing is this is literally just like a Statue of Liberty for whoever this was. I'd love to know. I'll probably do some research after this episode and look up like who this was. Very, very interested. I don't know if I can go down there and get there. Guess there's one way to find out. Can I get on the statue? Phew. Ah, oh, damn. Would have made for a great screenshot. Some copper, I'll take that. I just need to be on the lookout for any kind of Alliance areas that I'm not supposed to be in. I guess the Fire Scar Shrine. I guess Acrylis is the rare up here. He must be some kind of demon. I'll check if he's up, because he does have some nice leather shoulders that I would like, but come on, Acrylis. That's not looking like it. King's Blood. Target. How do you spell it? AKK? Rilis. Didn't think so. Yeah. Fell Guards and Fell Slayers, that's about it. Alright. Fire Scar Shrine explored. We've got this area and then this area, and also up here. I love their swords. We can swing over this way, discover what's over here. It's already 20 minutes of exploration, but hey, it's a little bit of an exploration video, episode, whatever. Yeah, you don't see nothing. Copper. There it is. Just two. A two-piece? All the way out here? Come on. You gotta have more than that, or no one's gonna want you with only a two-piece. Now watch. This guy right here. This will be a four-piece. This is the kind of ore that has his life together. This is the kind of ore that people want. Watch, let me show you. 1, 2. Easy four-piece every time. Hey, even, you know what, three-piece, you know what? Still got some improvement to work on, but he's got a good job. You know, his car's paid off. I like to think of myself as a three-piece, right? Got a lot of things going, but still need some work. It's tough to be a four-piece. The Ruins of Stardust. Is this another, like, Night Elf encampment? Who the hell is Stardust? Shade Thicket Wood Shaper. Same, brother, same. Oh, this is an alliance quest. I remember doing this once where you have to come and gather this rare fauna, whatever it is. That's like Stardust, I guess. Alright. 1 or 2 more areas in Ashenvale and then it's completely explored. We can leave it in the past. Sprints off cooldown. I like to go through this wooded area looking for ore instead of on the main path, since we're so high level now that other than any kind of like alliance encampment that we could accidentally run into, we should just be perfectly fine out here. Ashenvale is more of a herbalist's area than a miner's area. It's probably much more herbs than ore. But as we saw many episodes ago, hey, Ursangus, there was tons of ore along like this stretch. You know, there's been some along these back walls where the Thistlefur village was. They had a cave that had a lot. There's a little bit going through here. We found 2 nodes. Yeah, it's a little bit. I still can't believe we got done King of the Foulworld. That quest was God. Without some crafty use of Vanish, all of our tools like potions. I think we still could have used the target dummy. I think we didn't use target dummy, but we used like potion, blade flurry, evasion. We had fully buffed up. We still almost died. We got down to like 19% health. It's the lowest we've been, I think, in the entire series. I don't really like to risk it that low, because then you're in execute range, right? And I've lost a character. I think my character was like level 27 or 28. I was fighting some harpies that could just execute. I got too low, I wasn't paying attention, I was talking to Twitch chat, and then all of a sudden the run is over. So I don't like to risk it going that low anymore. Lessons learned. Painful lessons learned, but... Alright, good bit of coarse stone here. And a 4-piece. This tin's got his shit together, okay? Yeah, more of the Foulweld tribe. Well, we've taken out your leader, your chieftain. Any chests or rares that are up? A chest? Hey yo. I'll check it on the off chance that there's like a rare jewel or a green item. Damn, big crit. Alright, they are humanoid, they're gonna run, remember that. I didn't save my energy like I was just about to say. They also drop wool, which is nice. We're not really using it for first aid at this point, wool, that is. But we are using it for crafting still. Okay, well, we got some medium leather, that's nice. Replaces the medium leather that I have been using to make more target dummies and sheep. And we got some copper ore. The melon juice, garbage. The lesser mana potion, garbage. Okay, this area is unexplored. Let's see what's up here. Turbo's almost off cooldown. Oh shit, it's Dr. Fauci. Get your vaccinations or he's gonna come for you. What's great about the WoW episodes is, I've said this many times before, but they're almost just like, just for me, right? It's like a little therapy hour towards the end of my night where I just like get on, record, it's raw footage, whatever I say, if it makes sense or not, dumb or not, we just, you know, we send it. This looks like Night Elf stuff, I need to be careful here. But like hardly anyone watches it, right? And I've said this many times before too, but like a lot of the stuff that I do on this channel is just for me, as like a little time capsule for me to look back on at some point in my life, or like show my friends, or just appreciate my journey and like reflect on the games that I play. But yeah, I could just like say shit that doesn't make any sense, or whatever I want, and it's fine, because not a lot of people watch it, so this is kind of dicey. What is this? Okay. This is an alliance area. Shale Drin, a moonwell. Is this not where I need to explore? I guess not. Where do I go to explore this? What is this? So yeah, to my point, it's kind of nice because like, who cares if I have like an hour-long episode of exploration? It's kind of like a filler episode in a Dungeons and Dragons podcast. I reference that because I listen to a lot of those while I'm working or in my spare time. I have no idea where to explore for this. Maybe it's just right over the hill here. Branch Snapper. We'll go over the hill. Get out my face. Maybe I can't. Be mindful of the drops here. I can hang with that. Yeah, I don't know. Copper. I'll check on the other side. It might be on the other side of Astronar, maybe this lake. And then this is probably its own region up here. It's gotta be on this side of Astronar, no? Because I just explored in here. Pop sprint. It's gotta be this lake. I mean, shit, this might be a full hour of just exploration. We might just be exploring tonight. That's a really pretty lake. Oh, it's a waterfall, too. Ooh. Surely this is it. And don't call me Shirley. I hate that joke. Iris Lake. Come on. Yes. Yeah, you know what? Branch never. What does it have? They could also drop the superior shoulders, it looks like. Yep. Alright, well, I'll check real quick. So, oh, there's a lake up. Oh, copper too. Up around this rim, there's a lake up here too, I guess, from what it looks like on the map. Like you go up here, go around, and then this whole thing is a lake up there. Don't touch me. Man, my girlfriend got me this beard and mustache oil a couple weeks ago. I've been using it. It smells really good, makes my facial hair smell really nice, but I also feel like it's making my beard, my goatee, grow a little too much. I'm having to trim that shit like every other day, or else I just wind up looking peasy. It's a really cool lake. I wouldn't mind coming here to fish if we could get some good fish, but probably not. Alright, one more area in Ashenvale up here. Kind of leads us into Felwood, which we do not want to mess with right now. And then all that's left is the Emerald Dream Portal over there. And I'll probably have to try and get that at 60 if we try at all. I might just leave it unexplored because we're not really doing any endgame content on these characters. I don't plan to. It's completely solo self-found. I don't want to do any dungeons, any raids. I just kind of want to be in the world. Get that experience. Got this pack of peanuts. Don't mind if I do. Just while we roam around, huh? Something salty to snack on. I don't know about you guys, but I love a nice pack of peanuts. And don't clip that. Don't make no funny jokes or nothing. I'm not going to eat too much while I'm recording. I know some people don't really like when people eat. They don't like the visual of it or the sounds or whatever, so I try not to eat while I'm recording as best I can. But on these longer videos like WoW or, you know, the Slay the Spire runs that are like an hour long, or, you know, when I'm doing a finale of a game that could be probably like an hour or 2 hours, it's hard not to, you know, kind of dip into your snacks. Right, I need to go down to the crossroad here, go up to Rainwood, and then in this little area is where I'll discover it, I'm sure. Then from there, we'll just go ahead and hearth. That'll put us back in Freewind. From Freewind, I'll fly to Camp Taurajo. and then we'll go talk to Feegly. I'm gonna do these quests. Lieutenant Pavel, Wreath, Suspicious Hoofprints, and the Black Shield, excuse me. When we go into Dustwallow Marsh. I'm gonna probably take on Dustwallow Marsh around 35, 36, 37, somewhere in that range, depending on how things go, but it looks like I could start at around like 35 is probably a solid starting level. So we're not really going to count these as Barrens quests. They're more of Dustwallow Marsh quests. But other than that, the Barrens is completely done. We've got the repeatable quests from Mangletooth that basically you just get buffs. This is not the right place. Careful. But yeah, Barrens is done. Stonetalon basically done. We've got one last quest. It's an elite quest. We're going to take it on probably next time or the episode after that. Ashenvale, done and completely explored. Completely explored, done. Completely explored, done. Durotar, completely done and explored. Currently in the process of doing all of Thousand Needles. Currently in the process of doing all of South Shore, Hillsbrad. We've done all of Silverpine. I do need to explore. What is it? SFK, Shadowfang Keep. And then I need to explore the Scarlet Monastery in Tirisfal Glades. But other than that, everywhere we've been, we've completely explored. We didn't explore the Scarlet Monastery at first because obviously there's some elite mobs outside that at a low level could have just one-shot us. And then SFK I didn't even bother with because I was like, oh, we're not going to do the dungeon, but I do want to explore it. I think we killed this rare Krathis Shadow Spinner, I'm pretty sure. Alright, back on track. Sprint's off cooldown. Whoa, what was that? Okay. There's the Wandering Protector. That guy's almost killed one of my hardcore runs before. Need to be very careful of him. Ashenvale, men. Always dicey. Have both hands on the keyboard after that, huh? Crazed Ancient. I think it's like in that region, probably. Oh god. The ability is not ready sign made me think it was like another giant red elite name. It's like another wandering tree. Withering Ancient. I need to look up like what the Withering Ancients are. Obviously they're treants, but are they druidic born? Are they natural? Did druids summon them and then they just kind of like were like, oh, you guys don't need us anymore? We're just gonna roam around? Or is it like they've been here since early days of like elementals? What's going on with them? Okay, not over here. I wish you could get a Shadow Horn Stag as a mount. They would have been great mounts. The Winter Spring, or not the Winter Spring Tigers, but the Saber Tigers that the Night Elves get are definitely a much better mount, but in general, these would have been really cool mounts. They didn't have very many mounts in Classic, because I think they'd already, spent so much time developing the game that it was basically just like, okay, one mount for every race and that's it kind of thing. But okay, how do I get in here to explore this? What's in the box? Isn't this like a Season of Discovery quest area? Maybe, maybe not. Maybe I can explore this area. Terrawolf Packlord. I don't want to go into Felwood. Maybe we can go up here? It must be. Yeah, it's the Terrawolf Worgen encampment. They're Worgen. They don't have pockets, so okay, I was about to be very surprised if they did. That mushroom just moved. Shadow Weaver. Oh, it's a cave? No way. The Howling Vale, there we go. I wonder if the rare is up. Oh, it's not a cave. It literally just leads you into a new area. That's kind of cool. I don't think I've ever been over here. Whoa. This is sick. Is the rare up? I'm not seeing anything. Man, that's a hell of a shrine. What's the deal with these guys? Were they once like elves that became Worgen? What's the gist? Okay. We're gonna hearth from here. We've got all of Ashenvale explored. Except, once again, the Emerald Dream Portal area. But it was guarded by level 62 elites. They'll one-shot us. We're not gonna mess with that. Okay. From here, talk to, not Elu, talk to Nyes.
Where would you like to fly to?
Camp Taurajo, please. I should have checked Montar, the lore keeper. Now that's a sunset. Iron, silver. Beautiful resources. I love Thousand Needles, man. So much ore here. What's that? What's that? Tin? Oh, man. It'd be a beautiful day to be in these canyons. Fuck the Grim Totem Clan. It's basically just like evil Thunderbluff, now that I think about it. Looks very similar. I'm very grateful we did not fall off there. The Great Lift. One of the coolest places in the game. Razorfen Crawl. Razorfen Downs. We are going to go into Razorfen Downs once we get a higher level and just go take a look around. Not the dungeon itself, but just the dungeon entrance. Because the entrance is a Gamagan. His skull resides there. And we learned about a Gamagan in the earlier episodes when we were doing the Barrens. He was the great boar god spirit that inhabited the Barrens and like ruled this land. The Quillboar worship him. Oh, it's kind of a run though, huh? All the way down to Bael Modan, I think is the name of that area. That's not where we got our name from. Fun fact, I actually got my name from multiple things. Oh shit. Oh, a katana. I want him. Just outside the camp. Perfect. It's literally right back there. I got my name Bael from Kael'thas Sunstrider when I was kind of younger and getting into WoW. I loved the Blood Elves, obviously. The pretty boy race. I played a Blood Elf Paladin when I finally got my own account. And I just always liked the way that Kael'thas spelled his name, Kael. So I was like, well, my name is in real life Brandon. So I was like, okay, well, Kael'thas, but just throw a B on there for a little representation of my own name. And that's how I got Bael. But then years later, I found out that that's actually like the name of a demon, which I did more research on that. And Bael's a pretty cool demon, but it's also the name of a god of fertility in the Cantonese folklore. And I thought that was pretty cool too. Apparently he's like pretty highly listed. Spiked cloak. Spiked chain cloak of strength. That's a cool cloak. Ours is better, but yeah, he's pretty highly listed in the Pantheon. Damn, is this a bot? Like, how did she not? She just missed it. Alright, let's read Owatonka's Tailspike. When touched, sparks fly from the tailspike of Owakatana, or Owatonka. Thank you. His name is Taserhand. What a name. Bring Owatonka's tailspike to Yorn at Camp Taurajo. I love any interaction that we have with Yorn. That guy's like my favorite NPC that we've come across. He's so cool. Alright, be mindful of the elites, the Alliance elites that can roam this area. But we're heading to Bael Modan. A little Pulp Fiction reference, a Royale with cheese. Well, what's a Big Mac? Well, a Big Mac's still a Big Mac, but they call it Le Big Mac. Shout out Pulp Fictioners. Who hasn't seen Pulp Fiction? Let's see, Le Big Mac. Who hasn't seen Pulp Fiction at this point? Come on. Just a great movie. A Royale with cheese. Well, a Big Mac's still a Big Mac. Brontis? We've gotten, you know, a surprising amount of the rare hunts in the Barrens. I didn't go to Burger King. Alright, there she is, Bael Modan. Now I'm pretty sure Feegly sends us into Bael Modan to gather something. It's like a rare treasure in there, the Tears of the Moon or something like that. My girlfriend's sending me tips about that issue that I was telling you guys of. I've been using that beard oil, and it's also kind of making, I think it's making my my face break out a little more than usual. Like I've noticed I'm having a lot more acne. I usually have pretty clean skin, but you know, I had a little bit here, got a little bit right there, had another one like on this side, and I don't really have acne. I you know, I'm kind of past the stage of acne in my life. I do multiple face cleanings a day, twice, once in the morning, once at night. Usually I've got pretty good skin, thankfully. I'm blessed. But we also take care of it, right? But yeah, I think that beard oil might be putting some extra oil on my face. That's causing me to have, like, you know, increased acne or breakout. I don't know, but she's saying I should really use a oil-based cleanser to, like, remove the old oil on my face before putting on new oil. And you know what? That's actually really smart. That's something that only my girlfriend would think of, and I would not think of. Shout out to the ladies for being smart. Alright, sneak past some of these Bael Modan soldiers, because Feegly's actually down there. What do you got in your pockets? It's mostly a bunch of copper down here, and I don't need too much more copper. I've already got a decent bit that should hold me over for a little more. Da-na-na-na. Dwarven mild, yuck. There he is. I saw him. Feegly, my guy. I'll get that copper. Well, you don't see nothing, dwarf. Oh man, there's a lot of tin down there too. On the way out, I'll probably grab all that tin. We'll jump down, gather it all up, and probably get ready to wrap it up for the night. It was a night of exploration. We're gonna do one quest. We're gonna help hold Feegly out. Where's he at? Oh, he went inside his camp. Feegly.
The power was mine in my very hands, and I want it back. Back, I say. Those dirty excavators uncovered it. So beautiful it was. Deemed the Tear of the Moons, it was the first great discovery we made at Bael Modan. It should have been mine. Mine, I say. General Twinbray grew jealous of the power it gave me. He locked it away in the keep. Called it cursed, he did. The fool. Others wanted it, and they had to be stopped. That bastard Twinbray drove me off. Now I want it back. Back, I say.
Dude, he's gone mad over the rare jewel. The Tear of the Moons. He wants us to retrieve it for him for 25 silver. It's not very much, bro, but I guess we'll help you. Okay. We're probably going to have to kill that General Twinbray to get our hands on it. But we plan on sneaking in. Damn, what a sunset, man. Look at that. It's a dig rat. Now we could go through pickpocketing all these guys. They do have junk boxes. Maybe we should. We'll get all these on the way out. I'm not going to have much inventory space after this. Yeah. The officers are still somewhat tricky. Oh, there's some books in here that we're going to read too. Alright, I should put poisons on. They're humanoid, they're going to run. I love these little dwarven areas. Ironforge, the awakening of the dwarves. In the ancient times, after the Titans departed Azeroth, their children, known as the Earthen, continued to shape and guard the deep recesses of the world. The Earthen were largely unconcerned with the affairs of the surface-dwelling races, and longed only to plumb the dark depths of the earth. So yeah, when Azeroth was first created, it was created by the pantheon and these ancient titans, or the pantheon of these ancient titans, or these godlike beings, and they created the first race, which were the Earthen, aka the Stone Dwarves. We've killed one Earthen, Gogorok, back in Stonetalon Mountains, excuse me, if you guys remember. So that's this race here. They're talking about the Earthen. When the world was sundered by the Well of Eternity's implosion, the Earthen were deeply affected. Reeling with the pain of the earth itself, the Earthen lost much of their identity and sealed themselves within the stone chambers where they were first created. Oldham, and Ulduar. Sick. We actually get to see Oldham in Classic. We see Ulduar later in Wrath of the Lich King, and I think you see Oldham. I can't remember. You definitely see Oldham at some point. These were the names of the ancient Titans' cities where the Earthen first took shape and form. Buried deep beneath the world, the Earthen rested in peace for nearly 8,000 years. Damn. Though it is unclear what awakened them, the earthen sealed within Uldaman eventually arose from their self-imposed slumber. These earthen found that they had changed significantly during their hibernation. Their rocky hides had softened and become smooth skin, and their powers over stone and earth had waned. They had become mortal creatures. Calling themselves dwarves, the last of the earthen left the halls of Uldaman and ventured out into the waking world. Still lulled by the safety and wonders of the deep places, they found a vast kingdom under the highest mountain in the land. They named the land Camp Modan, or Mountain of Kaz, in honor of the Titan shaper Sargeras. Constructing an altar for their Titan father, the dwarves crafted a mighty forge within the heart of the mountain. Thus, the city that grew around the forge would be called Ironforge ever after. That's so cool. I didn't know that. So essentially, Ironforge was created by these Titan, these earthen dwarves that went into hibernation for like 8,000 years, awoke, realized we're mortal beings, mortal creatures now. And they went and created Ironforge. They made an altar for Sargeras, which is what Camp Modan is named after. Cool. The dwarves, by nature fascinated with shaping gems and stones, set out to mine the surrounding mountains for riches and precious minerals. Content with their labors under the world, the dwarves remained isolated from the affairs of their surface-dwelling neighbors. Damn, that was a really cool read. That is why we read the books. Tell you what, let's open these junk boxes too while I have a second here. There's got to be some other books in here. I think if my memory recalls, there's some more books in here about like Ironforge and Dwarven history and stuff like that. There's General Twinblade, surrounded by 4 guards. I'm going to try and pull a few of them out and over here. This area is so cool. They've just got like muskets and little practice targets. Obviously ale, chunks of meat, some fixing hammers. Hey, check up top. Some of that Dwarven mild we hate so much. Stinky ass cheese. A bar for them to eat at. More of that Dwarven mild. It's just cheese, bread, beer. The classic Dwarven diet. Another pocket watch. Just kind of scouting around for any more books, honestly. I thought there was more books in here, but maybe not. This place is kind of a maze. Oh, this is their sleeping quarters. Oh, fellas. Am I right? Look at the pixels. Some of the sky ships. Sick. I wish you could get this exact thing as a mount, not the engineering mount that we get in Wrath. Like that exact mount would be really cool. Okay, let's see if we can pull apart Twinblade's forces here. Then we'll get ready to wrap it up. It's already getting kind of late. Oh, you're a rifleman, of course. Throne hit 151, thanks to the arcane intellect. I think there's actually another book down here somewhere. Once we take down General Twinblade. Wonder if I distract them over there. Alright, I mean, that's not bad. That's kind of bad. We're still okay, though. Where are you going, buddy? Alright, check around here, just some shields, some swords. That's the strong box. Twinbraid had locked the Tier of the Moons within. Ah, the officers, man. They have that parry move. It's very annoying. Ah, see, there is another book here. War of the Three Hammers. The Dwarves of Ironforge Mountain. Let's stealth real quick. The Dwarves of Ironforge Mountain lived in peace for many long centuries. However, their society grew too large within their confines of their mountain cities. Though the mighty High King Modimus Anvilmar ruled over all dwarves with justice and wisdom, three powerful factions had arisen amongst the Dwarven society. The Bronzebeard Clan, ruled by Thane Thaurissan Bronzebeard, held close ties to the High King and stood as the traditional defenders of Ironforge Mountain. The Wildhammer Clan, ruled by Thane Thaurissan Wildhammer, inhabited the foothills and crags around the base of the mountain and sought to gain more control within the city. The third faction, the Dark Iron Clan, was ruled by the sorcerer Thane Thaurissan, who you fight in the endgame of Classic. It's sick. He's like this shadow priest dwarf. The Dark Irons hid within the deepest shadows under the mountain and plotted against both their Bronzebeard and the Wildhammer cousins. For a time, the three factions kept a tenuous peace, but tensions erupted when High King Anvilmar passed away from old age. The three ruling clans went to war for control of Ironforge itself. The Dwarf Civil War raged under the earth for many years. Eventually, the Bronzebeards, who had the largest standing army, banished the Dark Irons and Wildhammers from under the mountain. Sargeras and his Wildhammer warriors traveled north through the barrier gates of Dun Algaz, and they founded their own kingdom within the distant peak of Grimbatol. There, the Wildhammers thrived and rebuilt their stores of treasure. Thaurissan and his Dark Irons did not fare as well. Humiliated and enraged by their defeat, they vowed revenge against Ironforge. Leading his people far to the south, Thaurissan founded a city, which he named after himself, within the beautiful Red Ridge Mountains. Prosperity and the passing of years did little to ease the Dark Irons' rancor towards their cousins. Thaurissan and his sorceress wife, Modgud, launched a two-pronged assault against both Ironforge and Grimbatol. The Dark Irons were intent on claiming all of Khazmodan for their own. The Dark Iron armies smashed against their cousins' strongholds and very nearly took both kingdoms. However, Mannoroth Bronzebeard ultimately led his clan to a decisive victory over Thaurissan's sorceress army. Thaurissan and his servants fled back to the safety of their city, unaware of the events transpiring at Grimbatol, where Modgud's army would fare no better against Sargeras and his Wildhammer warriors. As she confronted the enemy warriors, Modgud used her powers to strike fear into their hearts. Shadows moved at her command, and dark things crawled up from the depths of the earth to stalk the Wildhammers in their own halls. Eventually, Modgud broke through the gates and laid siege to the fortress itself. The Wildhammers fought desperately, Sargeras himself wading through the roiling masses to slay the sorceress queen. With their queen lost, the Dark Irons fled before the fury of the Wildhammers. They raced south towards their king's stronghold, only to meet the armies of Ironforge, which had come to aid Grimbatol. Crushed between two armies, the remaining Dark Iron forces were utterly destroyed. The combined armies of Ironforge and Grimbatol then turned south, intent on destroying Thaurissan and his Dark Irons once and for all. They had not gone far when Thaurissan's fury resulted in a spell of cataclysmic proportions. Seeking to summon a supernatural minion that would ensure his victory, Thaurissan called upon the ancient powers sleeping beneath the world. To his shock, and ultimately his doom, the creature that emerged was more terrible than any nightmare he could ever imagine. Ragnaros the Firelord, immortal lord of all fire elementals, had been banished by the Titans when the world was young. Now, freed by Thaurissan's call, Ragnaros erupted into being once again. Ragnaros' apocalyptic rebirth into Azeroth shattered the Red Ridge Mountains and created a raging volcano at the center of the devastation. The volcano, known as Blackrock Mountain, was bordered by the Searing Gorge to the north and the Burning Steppes to the south. Though Thaurissan was killed by the forces he had unleashed, his surviving brethren were ultimately enslaved by Ragnaros and his elementals. They remained within the depths of Blackrock to this day. Witnessing the horrific devastation and the fires spreading across the southern mountains, King Modimus and King Cardros halted their armies and hastily turned back towards their kingdoms, unwilling to face the awesome wrath of Ragnaros. The Bronzebeards returned to Ironforge and rebuilt their glorious city. The Wildhammers also returned home to Grimbatol. However, the death of the Modgood had left an evil stain on the mountain's fortress, and the Wildhammers found it uninhabitable. They were bitter in their heart over the loss of their beloved home. King Bronzebeard offered the Wildhammers a place to live within the borders of Ironforge, but the Wildhammers steadfastly refused. Cardros took his people north towards the lands of Lordaeron, settling within the lush forest of the hinterlands. The Wildhammers crafted the city of Airy Peak, where the Wildhammers grew closer to nature and even bonded with the mighty griffins of the area. Seeking to retain retaliation and trade with their cousins, the dwarves of Ironforge constructed two massive arches. The Thandol Span, to bridge the gap between Caer Modan and Lordaeron. Bolstered by mutual trade, the two kingdoms prospered. After the deaths of Modan and Cardros, their sons jointly commissioned two great statues in honor of their fathers. The two statues would stand guard over the pass into the Southlands, which had become volcanic in the wake of Ragnaros' scorching presence. So that's when you're flying past, past Caer Modan and what is that area called? I'll look at it in just a second, but there's two statues of two dwarves, overlooking this giant waterfall. That's Modan and Cardros. Madaran and Cardros. Please don't see me. Fuck. Alright, we gotta fight again. She got a little too close. You're too close, man. Stop. Slip back into the shadows. Continue my book. A lot of pages in this one. The two kingdoms retained close ties for some years, right? No, okay, this is where we were. The two statues would stand guard over the pass into the Southlands, which had become volcanic in the wake of Ragnaros' scorching presence. They served as both a warning to all who would attack the Dwarven kingdoms, and as a reminder of what price the Dark Irons paid for their crimes. The two kingdoms retained close ties for some years, but the Wildhammers were much changed by the horrors they witnessed at Grimbatol. They took to living above ground on the slopes of Airy Peak, instead of carving a vast kingdom within the mountain. The ideological differences between the two remaining dwarf clans eventually led to their parting of ways. Oh, so that's why when you go up to Airy Peaks, you can see they're a separate clan of dwarves, the Wildhammers, that have forged this bond with the the griffins, and one of the original loading screens is like a Wildhammer dwarf riding on a griffin with like a hammer in his hand. They're different. I see. I like that. You can go in there. My cat's crying for food. You've already been fed. It's too late. You're not getting any more food. Alright, let's sneak out of here. I'm gonna head back to... There are the Tears of the Moon. Or Tear of the Moons. I keep saying Tears of the Moon, but it's Tear of the Moons. We'll talk to Feegly, turn these in. Look, I don't want any trouble, okay? Let's just not. Did someone get all this tin? No. Beautiful. That's exactly what we want. We'll grab the tin, we'll get out of here. Where is the Tear of the Moons? I need it now. Need, I say.
At last, the power is mine again. Mine, I say.
He's like, it's like a Lord of the Rings reference. The power of the Tear of the Moons is mine. Power, glorious power. He begins to rub the Tear of the Moons. And he becomes this cursed trog with disgusting warts all over him. And then he dies from it. Feegly the exile begins to make strange grunting noises. The Tear of the Moons drops to the ground and shatters. In the end, his greed killed him. Wild steel bloom. There's some of that tin that I want. I don't think that hunter is a miner. He would have went straight for this. Where's that other bit of tin? There she is. Alright, a little two-piece. Some copper. No way. You're level 22, you would not see me. I'm calling bull. We'll take a little more copper. A 4-piece. Ho ho ho. Alright. We're gonna run back to Camp Taurajo. I'm gonna rest there for the night for the video, and then off recording, I'm gonna head back to Ratchet, do some crafting, empty out our bags a little bit, and then fly back to Freewind Post. Because next time we're gonna continue on with the adventures of Thousand Needles. Get this explored, talk to Motega, talk to Mokhtar Kryn. But yeah, a lot of this episode was just finishing up exploring Ashenvale, so it's complete. We knocked out the quest for Feegly. We learned a lot about the history of the dwarves, how they summoned, well, Thaurissan summoned Ragnaros, and you actually fight Thaurissan, Thane Thaurissan in, what is it? Is it not Blackfeather? What am I doing? Is it, watch the road ahead of me. Blackrock? No, but you fight a Dagran Thaurissan, maybe his son, and then in actual Molten Core. Is it? Dude, Thane is in here somewhere. I know you fight Thane Thaurissan, or Thaurissan. I think it's Thaurissan, but not Dire Maul. The one dungeon that I wish we could do is Blackrock Spire. I think out of all of the dungeons in WoW, Blackrock is the coolest thing that they've ever done. Blackrock is so sick, man. I know in Season of Discovery you can get Thane Thaurissan's weapon, which is just really cool. You get one of his staffs. That shit is just so sick. Yo, are you alright? That guy's kind of struggling. Does he need some help? I got you, bro. Be careful, brother. Help out an undead brother. A forsaken friend. Pop sprint, hit the turbos. Man, I'm really glad we went and did Tear of the Moons. We learned some really cool lore about the dwarves. About a war between the three tribes, which is very similar to what happened in our Dragon Age Origins playthrough. There was like an inner civil war between the dwarves. We had to resolve it. That was really cool. Alright, alright. We also need to talk to Yorn, because we took down Owatonka. There's a few more hunts in the Barrens that I hid, and I wish I didn't. Let's see if I can look them up. All the rare beast hunts in the Barrens. Classic WoW. They're not like... they're not rare though. I mean, we're definitely not going to do them all. We'll just do the ones that we see, because we could be out here for hours just waiting for them to spawn. I guess I could just look at WoW Classic Yorn, the Sky Seer, Yorn Sky Seer. See what quests he has, because they all, I think they all get turned into him. Yeah, he's got, you know, Ishawak, who we hunted. Oh wait, no, that's a different quest. I don't know. Let's see what he has to say, though.
Although we call this land the Barrens, to one who knows where to look, this place teems with life.
Bellumbra, there is a new power behind your eyes. You have met with the mighty Owatonka, have you not? I have. Here's the tail spike.
The thunder lizard Owatonka is called Bluebolt by the Tauren, for within him resides a speed that belies his size. It is said that lightning struck Bluebolt long ago, and, fed from the sky's rage, the great beast's energy is without limit. May his energy flow through you, adventurer.
That's so sick.
Pace with Owatonka.
That's so fucking cool. Yorn, it's always a pleasure to talk to you. Alright, let's sell some of this junk real quick and grab a cot for the night. Bayula.
As the wind on the plains, you are always welcome here.
Thank you, brother. I'll sell the cloak, 6 silver. warriors big mad right now. I'll sleep by the fire. Actually, no, we'll sleep away from the fire. The Barrens is pretty warm. Alright, guys. We are going to call this one here for now. I know it was more of an exploration video, but we'll do some more questing and stuff tomorrow. So thanks for hanging out. Hope to see you there. Peace and love, and God bless gamers.